Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today guys, we're gonna talk about the highly anticipated films of 2017. I'm gonna give you 10 films that I'm really looking forward to seeing, 10 horror films that are definitely on my radar. There is a lot more, but this is just a list that I threw together, and please feel free to mention any down below that you think I should check out the trailer to, or just share around so we can all check them out. Let's start with number one. This is in no particular order, but let's get the no-brainers out of the way. Number one, It. This film is set to be released 27 years after the original, which was a TV series. And I don't know if you guys have picked up how cool that is. Pretty much in the book, it says that it returns every 27 years. So I think it's really cool that they cashed in on that and they really kept it on the exact mark. So this is 2017, 27 years after the first original movie TV show was released. Obviously this film is a remake. You guys know what it's about. I'm not even gonna bother you with the details. But what is cool about this film is it's been in production for years, like years and years and years. And this film was actually in development 7 years before they started filming. So, also they've just released some more pictures on this, so I'm really keen. Like, I'm so fucking keen for this. And another no-brainer for us horror fans is number 2, which is Jeepers Creepers number 3. Jeepers Creepers 3, and this is a sequel to Jeepers Creepers. And what I really like about this one is apparently it's meant to delve deep into the creeper, jeeper, the monster's background, which I think will be a really good payoff for most of us hardcore horror fans. Number 3, another film that I need to get out of the way on this list, just because I know that you guys know I'm gonna talk about this. This is Rings. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the remake of The Ring, and I'm just so excited for this one. I know you guys probably think it will be all cheese, but I hold hope deep in my heart, and this film is being pushed back so far. Well, actually it was being pushed back from November 2015, and I'm hoping, I'm praying for this one. Horror gods, horror Satan? It would be Satan, right? Number 4 is a film that I recently came across, and I didn't think I'd be that into it, but after watching the trailer, I'm totally sold. This one's called Cage Dive, and it's actually, I'm not sure if it's an Australian film, but it's definitely set in Australia. It's about a bunch of friends that go into a cage dive, which is when you go under in a boat and they antagonize all the animals and pretty much sharks, and they try and get at you. They do it with crocodiles too, but I digress. And while they're under there, the boat capsizes and there's like a storm or something like that. I'm not really into shark movies and I still haven't seen The Shallows, so I didn't think I'd be into this one, but the one exception it has, actually 2 exceptions. One, it's set in Australia, and the second is it is found footage. And before you kill me, definitely check out the trailer. I'll leave a link down to it below, or you can just search for it on YouTube and tell me what you think. Number 5, another one I didn't think I'd dig into. I watched the trailer. It is Eloise, and the thing that's really cool about it is Eloise is actually a psychiatric hospital that used to be, or still must be, abandoned in Michigan, and it actually was so big that apparently at one point it had its own zip code. I don't know if that internet is lying to me. The film stars Chase Crawford and Elle Jadiscu, and obviously, come on, the plot involves a man needing to go into an abandoned asylum to get some papers and, you know, peace out. But then obviously something goes wrong. I don't know, another one that I didn't think that I would like, but when I was scrolling through YouTube, the trailer got me hooked. So again, check out the trailer for that one and let me know what you think. This one I am so excited for. I'd say this is probably one of my highest anticipated films of this year. Get Out. This film has been on my radar for so long and it looks so fucking good. Pretty much it is about a girl, it's actually one of the girls from Girls. Her and her boyfriend are going back to visit her family during the holidays, and her family does not know that her boyfriend is black, and then some weird shit is going on back at her family's estate, and he gets there, he feels weird stuff starts happening, people start reacting in weird ways, and you gotta watch the trailer once again. It is so fucking cool and creepy. It's casted amazingly. It is shot really nicely, and you can tell it's so fucking original, and I feel like some hoodoo voodoo shit might be going on, but I don't know, because I just feel like people are trapped there against their own will, and I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like it might. I don't know, I just can't wait for this one, and I really hope that it's gonna live up to my expectations. The trailer, it just shows them doing really weird, creepy this guy runs and he changes direction like last second, and it reminds me so much of a creepypasta. Anyway, I'm so into it, blah, blah, blah. On to number 7, which is the Belko experiment, which this one, a lot of people have been talking about this one. It involves a group of employees in a building, and then a voice comes out of the speakers telling them that they need to choose people to die, otherwise they will be killed. And it's pretty much like, you know, an experiment situation, but with a lot of killing. It reminds me a lot of The Circle, if you watch that movie. I think it's still on Netflix, and also it could be a Black Mirror episode, really. Looks really cool, looks like very horror movie, sci-fi-ish situation-ness. I don't know. I'm really into experimental movies, like I really like the Prison Experiment type movies. What is that called? Stanford Experiment. I like those kind of movies, so very into this one. One you guys will not be happy about is, actually some of you guys will be, Insidious Chapter 4 is actually scheduled to be released in 2017, and no one knows anything about it. So they have released a little teaser trailer with Lee Whannell and that old chick that I always forget her name. And yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cute little trailer teaser thing, so check that out if you haven't. But I really liked number 3, and I feel like I was one of the only people who really liked number 3. I think if you pull it out and treat it like it's a separate movie, it's not such a letdown. Not that I thought it was a letdown, but I think a lot of people were just like hyping it up to be like the first one. I'm a huge fan of Insidious. I put it above The Conjuring any fucking day. The Conjuring, obviously Annabelle any other day. I fucking love Insidious, and let's hope for a good year for it. Number 9 is a film that you guys, wow, I wonder if you guys know about this film. It's called Personal Shopper, and I'm, just before you get at me, I'm not claiming this is gonna be hardcore horror. This is gonna be definitely drama, thriller with like paranormal sprinkles on it. Well, it's gonna be a very paranormal, it's a ghost story, but I don't think it will be horrific, but I think it will be like soul draining, and I'm into that kind of horror sometimes. This one actually stars Kristen Stewart as a personal shopper in Paris, and she is dealing with the grief of her twin brother who's just died, and she believes that she is going to see him again. He's gonna come visit her from the grave, aka a ghost. I just loved the look of the trailer. Once again, as I say, marketing, it's meant to sell you guys. I'm an easy buy, but this one looks really interesting, and I have it down on my watch list on Letterboxd, and I just really wanted to turn out. It has really good scores from a few different film festivals, so let's hope, guys. And the last film I want to talk to you guys about is Raw, which is a film that I've been looking forward to again for a while, and a film that a lot of people have been talking about because it was quite controversial. Apparently, when it was released, I guess in a film festival, people walked out because they were like vomiting. I don't know, it's so much fucking hype. Like the fucking way that film and TV industry lie to you, you will not believe. But I want to believe the hype. I want to believe. Aliens, I want to believe. I am so into this movie, and for a couple of different reasons. I wasn't gonna say this, but I might as well. I actually don't eat meat. I'm a pescatarian. I eat seafood. I eat fish. This movie is about a vegetarian who I believe is in college and trying to like get a vet degree, and she goes through like a hazing situation where she has to eat meat on the spot, and then she gets a taste for it, and then she goes batshit crazy, and I like to think that's gonna happen to me. Watch out. And this one reminds me a lot of 2 films, Eat, which I did a review on, which I'll try and put below, and also In My Skin, which is a French film, which I might have mentioned, I've definitely mentioned somewhere, probably in Fucked Up Movies. I had like a Disturbing Movies, couple of videos about them, or my French film one from Films Around the World. I always forget where I talk about things, but I've definitely spoken about this before. But those ones that's kind of like what do you call it? Auto-cannibalism? Self-cannibalism? So I think it's called auto-cannibalism, but this one, obviously she gets a taste for human flesh and she goes for it. I'm really into this. Maybe she does eat herself, who knows? I haven't watched any trailers, I've just read a lot about it and I'm really into it. I was gonna make this list longer, but I'm just gonna leave these as honorable mentions just because I don't really know exactly what the plot lines are, and they're worth mentioning because you guys, you get it. It's like a reboot type situation. There's also Deathgasm 2, Part 2 coming out. If you haven't seen or heard about Deathgasm, I'm gonna leave my review down below. It is a New Zealand film. It's a horror comedy. It is great, especially if you like metal music. The other one is Children of the Corn Runaway, which I believe is the 10th installment. wow. Huge fan of Children of the Corn, but I don't think I got up to number 8, 9, probably number 4, but I do have a box set somewhere, so maybe I'll need to get another watch. The other one, which I actually think this is my prediction, this is gonna get pushed back to 2018 for sure. Suspiria, which I'm a huge fan of. I watched Goblin play the soundtrack live while watching the movie one time. Like, I'm very much into this movie. So hopefully that comes out soon, but I think it might have a little, I haven't heard enough about it. I reckon it's getting pushed back. And the last film I want to quickly mention is Puppet Master. Can you guys believe that? Puppet Master. There's a new Puppet Master coming out, and I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, just because I really like the old school special effects type situation they have with the claymation and, you know, like the stop frame. I just don't want them to like CGI the fuck out of that movie. I really like the way it was. I love Blade, I love Bleach Girl. Spinner, I just don't want it to change. Anyway, those are my films that I'm really looking forward to in 2017, and those are films that you should watch out for in 2017. I hope you wrote them down, but welcome to come back at any time. And let me know down below what you're looking forward to watching and what you thought of my picks. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Stay spooky. Bye.